Good afternoon, everyone. Let's head over into Let's Go Help 2. Okay, here we are in Let's Go Help 2. Little bit of changes. I think that they're working on quite a little bit behind the scenes, actually. Our welcome checklist has changed quite dramatically. I've looked it over. There's some really neat things in there. Definitely worth going through and checking out. Something to look over. Even if you've looked it over, now you can look it over again. Also, one of the bigger changes is all about Let's Go Help. I think this used to say welcome. That's what I want to say. It was mostly recently titled. Now it's all about Let's Go Help. And that's really enticing for people that haven't been here for very long and they aren't familiar with the format. They're like, oh goodness, I need to know about Let's Go Help. So I think that's a really captivating title. I think it's an excellent little modification. There have been a couple of new things added into this area and just a few things kind of moved around, but all the main stuff is still here. It's just kind of located a little differently. And we'll get into that as we go more into the tutorial, but those are the main areas that have changed currently, okay? Now, if you are in Let's Go Help 2 and you're on the phone, you need to push either Matthew Lesko's profile picture or the white 3-bar horizontal menu that you'll see in your upper or lower left-hand corners on your phone screen to expose this contents menu here. When you're on your contents menu, if you see all these colorful icons like this, and there's just a ton of opportunities, which is excellent, but it is a little overwhelming to see all of this material. When you have it all exposed, there's a lot going on, especially when you get down into the state group and Let's Go reports. That's a lot to have in your contents menu. But it's really easy to see the overall contents menu. All you need to do is find the upmost tab for that collection. These are all spaces inside a collection. Those are Mighty Networks terminology. Once you find that uppermost tab without a colorful circle, instead it'll have a drop-down arrow. Click that arrow and it's going to hide all of those colorful icons so that you can see the overall contents menu better. And then you can easily get into any of those spaces here in your contents menu or by clicking the overall tab, but you can navigate a little more smoothly and feel a little less overwhelmed, I hope. All right, when you first arrive in Let's Go Help 2, you actually arrive in the Explore tab. You guys won't have this upper tab, don't worry about that. This Explore tab is going to look just a little bit different because our checklist has changed. And so you have all of these to check out if you haven't already done so. And then in our featured area, we try to keep those applications right there at the top for you for the Let's Go giveaway, the Let's Go car repair grant, and the Let's Go computer giveaway. If they're not right here at the top, all you need to do is just scroll over to the right a little bit and they'll be somewhere up there in the first 10 or so. We also have upcoming events, all of our top spaces. We've kind of highlighted specific areas here for you that we think are of the most interest and use to you. Just take a peek and explore those areas, just as it says, that you haven't yet had a chance to visit. When you're in Let's Go Help 2 and you first come in, if you're feeling overwhelmed, the best way to look at it is simply a world to play in. Whether you like video games or you don't really care for video games, this is just a colorful world to enter and explore in. It doesn't have villains trying to attack you and take your mojo, right? But it is pretty without too much. They're kind of branding it all, so I think it's easier and easier on the eyes. And all you really want to do is come in and start clicking things. The more you just kind of play with it, the more you're really going to understand it. It is helpful to come to our Tuesday classes to go over the tutorials, see anything that's changed. And then the really important part is when you take that and simply start pushing the same buttons. Try to remember what we did, follow along with it on a device. If you have two things to watch and interact with, say watch it on your phone, interact with it on your tablet or your laptop. Pushing the buttons is never going to hurt anything, and you're going to learn more as you click on those buttons. Just come in and start playing. Try not to let it intimidate you. Try to let it be an exploration, an adventure, something fun to learn more about. It doesn't hurt anything for you to push any of these buttons. You can always get back to them, and you can always go on to something else. It's just no harm. It's the same thing with applications. When you're out there and you're doing all this research, and Matthew just posted a video about how you can't get a grant by just watching videos, right? You can't get a grant by researching alone. You can't get a grant by watching videos alone. They give you the tools, and then you have to apply them. If we don't actually just take that step and fill out an application, even though we're worried about doing something wrong, even though we may not feel like we completely know what we're doing, as long as we aren't lying, we cannot get harmed by trying. But we will learn even if we don't succeed. And some of those times we just might succeed. So don't stall yourself out. Get out there and put in the applications. If you haven't put in for the Let's Go giveaway, remember that's right here in the featured in your Explore collection. If you haven't entered for the Let's Go giveaway, the Let's Go car repair grant, and the Let's Go computer giveaway, man, you're defeating your own self. We have been getting about 2,000 entries currently for the Let's Go giveaway, and around 500 to 700 each for the car repair grant and the computer giveaway. Do you know those are tremendous odds? You can almost not find odds like that in the gambling world, right? This is the grant world, but when we're talking odds, so that's an enormously powerful opportunity for you to try for every month. There's never a guarantee you're going to win. Even though there's only 2,000 that put in, still only 110 can win. Not everybody can win. And I feel upset for people when they feel like they're getting excluded or skipped over. It isn't that, folks. We wish that we could vote for each and every one of you. I promise you we are not skipping over you or just ignoring you. This month especially, it was heartbreaking to go through, and it almost makes me want to cry. You can hear it in my voice. I really don't want to skip over anyone. I wish I could just say select all, right? But 110 out of 2,000 is still such an amazing chance for you to win that. And then once you've applied for these, just go right on out and start applying. That's especially what we do on our Wednesday classes now. We're walking through the process of finding either an application or contact information for your top goal. And it's really as easy as what we do in class, guys. We walk through it from the Monster Report. We walk through it from the Meta Report. We walk through it from BARD, right? You are all absolutely capable of doing this yourselves. So don't limit yourselves. Don't make yourself stall out from nerves. Just go do it, right? Nike slogan, just do it. All right, so next you have your daily feed. That is where you're going to see everything that happens. You have some variety that you can sort it by in your two filters here. You can see everything that happens. You can see only the things that you're engaged with, as the personal feed would be, right? Which is what I have showing right now, and what you see when you first arrive if you don't modify the filters. A lot of fun happens here. Next, you have the All Members tab. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you hover your mouse over it, it's going to show you some of the people that are online currently. Next, you have All Workshops. We have Tuesday and Wednesday workshops currently. When you come into this area, if you've not already RSVP'd, you want to pull up that class. And right along here, it's not going to show it quite right on my screen because I've already RSVP'd, but I think it will say either going, interested, or not interested as your three choices. Go ahead and just click going and then add to calendar. And you can add it by syncing to calendar to all the events, right? That's what you're doing. Every upcoming Tuesday event is going to get synced to my calendar right now. I use the Google Calendar. They also offer Apple and Outlook calendars, all right? So all you need to do is click between just this one or sync all events, click sync all events and hit the calendar of your choice. That's going to add it to your online calendar. And then you can set up the notifications that you want from within there. I have a tutorial on it. It changed on me, and so I can't walk you guys through that part, but that's as easy as it is. And that way you get notifications if you're interested in coming. If you don't have time, you're busy, you're working, just ignore it. And then if you have time, you'll get those notifications so that you can make it into class. All right. If you happen to get kicked out ever, as I did last week, silly computer internet issues, they're always so fun, aren't they? You want to just come into that day's class if it's still going as it is today. You see the live icon here. You can click Zoom meeting, join with Zoom, Zoom link. All of those should just take you right back into class. If you know class is running a little over and we're still going and you get kicked out, but this day has already disappeared on you, just go to the next Tuesday class and do the same exact thing. Click join with Zoom, whatever you choose, and head right back on in. All right, continuing on, we have this new setup for the All About Let's Go Health. To get into any collection, you can click the overall tab and it's going to pull it up as a page. Or you can click the drop-down arrow and navigate from within your contents menu. Here we have Let's Go Says Welcome. This is a little new. There's some pieces I think from before and some new pieces. I'm not exactly certain what they've got set up. I keep trying to stay on top of it, but goodness, they're really getting some good things going. And when I don't set it up, I just don't get as familiar as easily. So bear with me as I too learn the new setup that they're building. Each time our Mighty Networks expert and Matthew Lesko get together and work on things, I think they really make it a lot more clean, a lot more usable, and a lot more, there's a lot more clarity, a lot less overwhelming, okay? So while it's hard a little bit sometimes to see change for those of you who are with us for a long time, I also think if you can just look at it as I do, breathe. Sometimes it's a little overwhelming still for me. And then just start looking at it and it'll come clear. And it's actually a lot more user-friendly, all right? So do go ahead and check it out though, because each time they change it a little bit, there's something new that you're going to learn. Some of the original pieces that we had are here in the Get Started Here area. I think that's why it's got a little pin, you know, it's pretty important stuff. This used to be a post. Now it's here as a page, so there's no way to comment on it. Those posts had just gotten out of control. Some of them had around 1,000 comments on it. It was just too easy to miss your comments on those posts. So this is what they've done to still get that information out there for you, but to not give us the opportunity to comment in a place that we're just going to get lost in, right? All right, meet the team. If you haven't gone through it, definitely do. That one really hasn't changed at all. News and announcements still is news and announcements. It's just not the top feature any longer. It's the fourth item now, the fourth space. And so here in news and announcements, there's also this featured area. And I did not have a chance to get that managed before I got in here, I guess, or maybe I did and it hasn't updated. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so let's go back to news and announcements and it should fix itself now. I thought I had gotten into them all. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it's doing that. It must be because of the Zoom toolbars. That should show the application right there at the top. I don't know. I'll have to play with that. Sometimes they change their algorithms. Perhaps they too have changed theirs. Facebook just changed their featured section algorithm. So we're all learning because these platforms change it for us all a little bit all the time. So don't feel alone when you get a little lost. They change. You got to adapt, figure out where the things are. And that's what I'm here to help you with. But it takes me a moment to orient myself. So give it all a moment. We're all learning together. This is where you're going to see Matthew Lesko's newest YouTube videos. We post our classes here, the applications here. We post overall grants that might generally come out. For instance, I did just put up an EPA calculator. It will help you to save money. It's not really per se a grant, but it's through the government. And it's a way to look at your carbon footprint because I was just curious what my family and I's carbon footprint was. I found an EPA.gov calculator. I thought, well, this is our kind of thing, and shared it with you guys. I shared it here in news and announcements. And so you can scroll through and find that somewhere along further down. Excellent, excellent material in all of these areas. Definitely come in, keep an eye on them because new stuff does get popped into the news and announcements. and your daily feed. That's just always going to change for you. Next, you have our testimonials, fun little area. Come in, see what other members have utilized to get to their successes, what they appreciate, how they've gained a community, all these different pieces here in the testimonial. And that covers all of about Let's Go Help. Next, the questions corner, simplified even further. All they have here now is the ability for you guys just to ask your questions. And this is the place. This is the one. This is the area that we are able to concentrate on the most to make sure that your posts get answered. So you don't want to comment on one of these posts up here in this featured section. You don't want to comment on someone else's post. This is a comment down here. Tammy's letting this gentleman know, it's this gentleman know that we need to assist him, okay? This is where we're concentrating in the Ask Your Questions Here space. So make sure to create a post by clicking the Share What's on Your Mind text box and writing up your questions, your requests for resources, any of that kind of information that you're needing. Ask that question, hit post, and that is how you create your post, your very own post, not somebody else's post, not a comment, but an official post. That is the best way to make sure that Matthew Lesko and staff have the opportunity to see and answer your question. All right. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. I accidentally left it up last week and people started commenting on it. It was really cute. All right. And then we have our Stay Safe guidance area. This is a great area everybody should stay current on. We don't have any new warnings up in the last, probably 2 weeks, but we keep warnings up all the time. There's regular warnings coming out from Rose Scarlett, our in-house detective. She is out there tracking these bad actors down. And then I come in and I post the information that Rose Scarlett is warning you guys with. They've moved a few of the pieces that we had here into the safety warnings area. This used to be its own area, but it really wasn't being utilized. So now it's a post right here. All of those warnings that are updated are going to be in the safety warnings area. The safety guidelines, it stays relatively static. We add to it if we come across new pieces. My computer's freezing, but this one stays pretty well the same. I still recommend you come in and refresh yourself on it at least every 3 months or so, because there are so many different ways that a scam artist might try to steal our money. So you want to be aware of what is going on and just refresh yourself every 3 months or so, every 6 months the latest. I would absolutely make sure to come in and check it at least once or twice a year, because we do add as we come across things. I just added in a new scam artist name in the last month or two and another fake email in the last month or two. So we do add things slowly to that area as well. And finally, you have Find Help in Crisis Moments. There's always somebody out there literally sitting by a phone waiting to take your call if you are in a crisis moment. All right, next you have the Let's Go Help channel. That is Let's Go Live. This is where Matthew Lesko posts all of those lives that he holds here in Let's Go Help too. So if you get on a live and you're talking to Matthew and he's giving you some answers and everything, this is where you're going to want to go to watch that as a replay. Next, you have the Let's Go Training Collection. That's where we're coming from today. Not only the Let's Go Training Collection, but the Let's Go Training course is the official space that we come from for our Tuesday classes. Our Wednesday classes are hosted out of the Partnership and Accountability space. And all of our classes are in the archived classes space here in the Let's Go Training Collection. We do have the ability to get this updated for you now. Matthew wants me to wait just a little bit. He's going to update the archived area as well. So wait to see. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to post those classes as we go through them in the week. So this class today, I am going to post for you guys, but we aren't going to post that material that we're behind on quite yet. We're going to wait until he gets the archives updated, and he may have someone else get in here and just pop them in. I'm not sure what he has planned with this, but there are going to be some small changes to our archived area, and start looking for the updated material, I'm hoping pretty soon in the next month or so. All right. Next, you have Let's Go Help Chit Chat. This is a member chat, member hosted, member directed, moderators. The only moderator that is in the Let's Go Help Chit Chat is Miss Tammy Larson, our Let's Go Training Course volunteer squad leader, who's been a squad leader for our volunteers for about 2 years, closing in on 2.5 years, somewhere in there. So she got to become a moderator here in Let's Go Help. She earned that classification. She's still a member. She's not paid. All of this she does out of her own generosity. So please respect that she is not a staff member, and listen to what she has to say without thinking that she is going to provide exactly what you're looking for. I'm saying this poorly. She provides a lot of great information, but you can't demand things of her, right? She's not a staff member. And so I was trying not to say it like that, but just remember she's not a staff member. So while she's there and she's insanely helpful, I do not know how she sleeps. She's so busy out there giving you guys all wonderful information. She hands out the monster and the meta report all the time, encourages you guys to come to class, points out the questions that you've asked of staff to make sure that we see your questions. I don't know how she sleeps. I don't. But just remember, she is a volunteer and not a staff member. All right. And so then we're going to hop into the Apply for Let's Go Grants collection. Pretty self-explanatory again. We have the Let's Go giveaway application space, the $15,000 car repair Let's Go giveaway, and the 20 free laptop computers monthly Let's Go computer giveaway. All of those are right here. Just come right in. In your featured section, you're going to see all of our applications for that particular contest or grant, the most current being there at the top. And so remember, we're gonna leave ourselves muted there unless we actively have a question. And so right here, though, you're always going to find the application for the most recent. You might give us 2 or 3 days, but we try to get that up as quickly as possible after each one closes. Once you pull that post up, you're just looking for this form link right here. This is a Google form that we utilize for each grant giveaway application. There are instructions on how to apply and a warning, right? We don't charge you to collect your winnings. That is a scam artist. If they ever try to tell you that, if someone tells you that you've won, always come in and verify it for yourself. We've had scam artists contact our members that had not won, tell them that they had won, and then put them through the ringer. Always, always, always come in and verify in Let's Go Help, Let's Go Help 2, or through our help desk email, letsgohelp@gmail.com. Don't let those bad actors get your hard-earned money. Verify, verify, verify. We put it all up everywhere. It is something that is a, oh goodness. Okay, Candace, I will definitely see what that does. I was curious about it. I asked Matthew about it, but he hasn't decided about utilizing it in the AI companion. So we'll give it a try on your request there. I have no idea what it's going to do. Let me know if it does anything for you guys. All right. So we will not charge you, and you can always verify with us in Let's Go Help, Let's Go Help 2, and through letsgohelp@gmail.com. There's no extra characters. There's not a 2 in it. There's no Magic Mary, no Mary Pacey. It is simply letsgohelp@gmail.com. The others are con artists, okay? I can't stress that enough. I always worry that people won't see the warnings, right? There is so much information being thrown at us, not only in the grant hunting world, but in all of our lives. We drive down the road, there's signs flashing at us, billboards flashing at us, our phone is flashing at us, our laptops are flashing at us. There's so much information bombarding us every day. This is the information age, right? So I always worry that you're not seeing the warnings. Protect yourselves, guys. It is a scary world right now as far as scam activity all through our world. Next, you have, and that is something that these warnings will help with, folks. They don't just help with the scam artists that are out there in the grant hunting world. They also help throughout all this entire world of scam activity. They will give you a good, solid set of shoes to protect yourselves from these horrible thieves, okay? Next, you have Let's Go grant winners. Again, relatively self-explanatory. All of the different grant winners Let's Go giveaway, Let's Go car repair, and the Let's Go computer giveaway, all listed for you right there in the featured section of each space. Next, the state group. Come in, join your state group. Start sharing resources you come across. If you have success, but it took you a little bit of a workaround, right? We're never doing anything illegal, but there are times when we can talk to the people that are handing out these funds, and they can say, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. However, if you let them know this and this, they're going to qualify you for this funding. For instance, when I got my rental assistance during the beginning of the lockdown, we kept up to date on our rent. And most of the time you had to be in arrears or behind in your monthly rent or mortgage to receive funding assistance. But we had taken out a bad couple of credit lines that had really high interest rates, and we'd maxed out most, if not all, of our credit cards. And we could show that that was directly due to all of the situation that had occurred with these lockdowns. So we were legally able to qualify because we let them know our circumstances, and that didn't, it wasn't anything that we were doing inappropriately, because we could prove with a paper trail that we had gotten behind. We just hadn't gotten behind in our rent. We got over $10,000 worth of rent assistance through 2 different programs. Not 20 overall, 10 overall through 2 different programs. But we had to talk to the people that were handing out the funds, as Matthew Lesko is always telling you, to tell them our story, because it looked like on paper we wouldn't have qualified. But once they understood what our actual financial situation was, we did qualify. Amazing stuff out there, but you gotta be willing to share some of your information. We have members tell us all the time that they're private. We respect that. We absolutely understand and feel somewhat similar at different points of our lives, right? The real truth of it is, though, when you're out there getting the grant funding, when you're out there filling out an application for a down payment, a forgivable down payment on your first home, for instance, you're going to have to provide your information. You don't want to provide it to just anybody. Don't put it in a post here and Let's Go Help Too. Don't tell somebody over the phone that calls you telling you they've got a grant, you just got to give you the information. No, but when you're actually filling out an application, you have to provide your information, and you have to be willing to talk about your situation if you want to have the most success possible, right? You can still find some if you're not willing to share all of the detailed information, but you'll be more successful the more willing you are to talk about your situation. So come in, make use of your state group, and then you have Let's Go Report. Not only do you have all of these wonderful topics, but talking about state groups, you also have the State 500 mini grant reports here. When you come into the State 500 mini grant report space, all of our states are here. I am slowly getting it updated to have the correct formatting. Some of the reports that are linked here don't have the correct formatting, and a few of them are just one report instead of the collection of state reports, which is the full 500 mini grant report. So if you come across a state that doesn't work properly or that only has one report in it, please let me know and I'll go in and get that state updated for you. I'm just doing it as I work through. When people are requesting a certain state, I make sure it's updated, but I'm not just sitting down and taking my time to do all of this, or I'd end up getting even further behind than 101 notifications up there, right? Come in, look over these topics, and make sure you've checked out your state mini grant report. So for instance, I know I've done Georgia. If it's been updated, you're going to see a link that has kind of an overview of a title. Then you see the actual link that is the designation with all the characters and letters. And finally, a picture of Matthew Lesko, the picture that is associated with the mini grant report. If it doesn't look like this, for instance, I don't think I've updated Idaho. If you need Idaho and you come in, go ahead and check it out, because it might work. This one is. This is the overall grant, and it might even have the correct formatting, but some of them have just some wonkiness with their feet. You don't see the full picture right here, and I think there's some text that you might be missing out on. So if your report is broken still, just let me know. Create a post in the Ask Your Questions Here section, Whether I or someone else gets in there and corrects it, that'll get it more quickly taken care of for you, okay? All right, everybody. Now, the only other area that we really need to cover here in Let's Go Help 2 is our toolbar up at the top. When you're in an overall collection, right now we're in the Explore collection, you search Let's Go Help 2. If we go to the All About Let's Go Help and we're in the overall section or collection, search Let's Go Help 2. Once I enter Let's Go Says Welcome, the specific space, I'm only going to be searching that space. Okay, where that's actually the most useful is in your Let's Go training collection, searching the partnership and accountability space. That's where a lot of your answers have been provided during class. So this is about the best space to go in and look for information. And soon it'll be the questions corner. As more and more of you start utilizing that the way that Matthew Lesko is envisioning so that we can find your answers. That's what his vision is all about, finding your answers. All right. As you gravitate more and more into the Ask Your Questions here, this is where you're going to be looking for specific answers. You might pop in here and change it to just asking for a search of this area. All right. Next, you have this little icon with a plus sign. That's how you can invite your friends, family, colleagues to join us with their own subscription here in the Let's Go Help community. There's a notification bell. I didn't realize, I think some of you, the numbers pretty well cover up that bell. If you're always wondering, what in the heck is she talking about with that bell? What that is a bell hiding under numbers or a star in a chat icon kind of looking thing, or just a rectangle now, I guess. It used to have like a chat bubble look to it. But you'll either have a star or numbers right here, and your bell is hiding under it. That is your notification bell, and that's how many notifications you have right now. If you see a star, that means that you have over 1,000 notifications, in which case you might want to just click mark all as read, and then go back and read through those you want of the more recent past. Okay, once you get to 1,000 notifications, it's a little untenable, guys. It's really hard to deal with ever getting caught up. It took me over a month after my move, when I couldn't work for a week during my move. I came back and I had my little star. It took me over a month to get caught up. So you might as well just mark it as read if that is your situation and start fresh, knowing what you're looking at. You can always go back and look in through about the last month worth of notifications, and you're not missing anything, but then you can see your notification bell and start over and really see, oh, okay, I have 10 notifications. I would like to make sure there's not any important answers for me here in my notifications. And finally, your profile. If you haven't uploaded a picture, it'll show the first letter of the name you call yourself here in Let's Go Help 2, or that picture that you've uploaded. Click that. You can go in and look at your profile. I'm not sure if it shows you your contributions or not. You'll be able to click your personal settings. This is where you're going to change your name, your picture, the notifications that you receive. You can manipulate which you do and do not receive from Let's Go Help 2, both here in Let's Go Help 2 and through your email. So if you're getting more emails than you want, this is the area that you want to go to adjust your notification settings. If you see in your plans and purchases a free membership, that just tells you that you purchased your membership through letsgohelp.com, right? This is what it looks like, free.letsgo.help. This is actually his free information that he utilizes. Some of you get emails from this as well, but it's the Let's Go Help member, or excuse me, letsgohelp.com. Letsgohelpmember.com is where you go to check your subscription. And I can't keep all of those up for us anymore because my computer was just going way too slow for our classes. But let me put both of those up here. So if you purchase your subscription through letsgohelp.com, the way to check your subscription will be to go to letsgohelpmember.com. Okay. And those are the two emails or the two websites that you use, and that's all they're used for. Letsgohelp.com is to purchase your subscription. Letsgohelpmember.com is to check your subscription. There's nothing else going on there. There's no other website you need to be at other than Mighty Networks, which is Let's Go Help 2, That's a social media platform, Mighty Networks. And then Facebook for Let's Go Help. Oops, let's go over there. And that, folks, is where we will go now. And the main thing, more than any other thing that I want you to make sure of is that you're in a group with 15.9 thousand members. All right, we're almost ready to hit 16,000 members here in Let's Go Help. If you see anything less than that, you are in a scam artist group. So when you are searching for Let's Go Help, you see it here as well. This is the real deal, 15,000 members. And if you hover your mouse over it on a computer, you'll see right here, 15.9 thousand members. You want to see at least that 15K there. 1.3K, faker. But look, he has a couple of our real members. Austin Moore and Diane Gavin are both real members. And unfortunately, they're here and Let's Go Help too. They've been scammed into that area. They have a fake Matthew Lesko. And last time I think that I saw they have a fake Mary Pacey and maybe a fake Rose Scarlett. If it does not have 15,000 members, you know automatically fake. So then what you can do is click this three dot button. And let me get this toolbar out of the way. Okay, so we're going to click the 3-dot menu right here. And we're going to, oh, silly thing. 3-dot menu, report group. The best one that you can really do would be maybe unauthorized sales or false information. There's not really the best. This isn't health, politics, or social issue, so something else. Report them. You could report them 100 times. We'd love it. We report them. Members report them. They take about 6 months to a year to take them down. That's just a Facebook thing. There's nothing really more that we can do about it. It's very frustrating. I would like to see Facebook get sued over it. That's just my own personal feeling. If you join and you don't get automatically approved, that means that your email that you signed up for Let's Go Help does not match the email that you signed up for Facebook with. So there's no way for the automatic algorithms to kick in and approve you. What you need to do is contact us at letsgohelp@gmail.com or in Let's Go Help with 15,000 members or Let's Go Help 2, right? Any of those ways, just let us know that you haven't been approved into Facebook, and we are going to verify your subscription if you're approaching letsgohelp.com, letsgohelp@gmail.com, or knowing that you're already in Let's Go Help 2, that lets us know that you're verified and able to go into Let's Go Help, and we'll get you manually approved, all right? I apologize for the inconvenience, but there's no way for the automatic algorithms to kick in if the 2 emails don't match. All right. Okay, so here in Facebook, there is not anywhere near as much to go over. They've changed it a little bit on us, unfortunately. None of us really like the change. To see the featured section here in Facebook's Let's Go Help, you will have to go into it as a tab, all right? I think everybody should have it as a tab. If you don't, on a phone, it'll be in the white 3-bar menu up in the upper left-hand corner on your screen, or possibly the 3-dot menu. But I'm pretty sure that pretty well all of us will have a tab for the featured section. Once you click that, we can no longer organize these. All we can do is keep one thing at the very top. Otherwise, it goes into a timeline order. So you kind of have to just start looking for some of the stuff that we used to keep pinned up there for you. It's a little bit frustrating. I hope Facebook changes that back. I do not like it at all. So talk to Matthew Lesko. The most important thing about Let's Go Help, right? The most important thing you need to know for sure is that you're actually talking to Matthew Lesko by knowing 15.9 thousand members. But the most important thing about utilizing the real Let's Go Help is this write something text box right here. You want to click this, type up your question, and hit post. And the reason it's so important here in Let's Go Help on Facebook is because it won't automatically be approved. It goes over here into pending posts. That guarantees Matthew Lesko the opportunity to see and answer your question. Whereas in Let's Go Help 2, we have to make sure we see it. We have to go find it and look for it all over the place, right? Here in Let's Go Help, once you've hit this write something text box, that guarantees he gets to see it. Once he approves and answers it, you'll see it here in the newsfeed like my post, and he'll answer in the comments. If you have a follow-up question, please don't edit your post or write your question in the comments. Please start an entirely new discussion or chat, however you want to think about it. This is a text box that creates the post. It creates a discussion essentially, right? So just write something text box. Every time you want a new answer, you need to use a new post. That's how they guarantee that they get to see your question. All right. I think Matthew Lesko's back to answering over here for just a moment. Rose Scarlett was answering it. He's trying to figure out how to get over into Let's Go Help 2. So he was kind of back and forth a little bit and it was hit or miss, but I'm thinking that it's Matthew Lesko answering again. If not, where you're wanting to do that is that ask your questions here space in Let's Go Help 2. Those are the two main places that you want to be asking your question. In the write something text box here in Let's Go Help, or the, let me move my toolbar so we can see it better. Ask your questions here. It says share what's on your mind. And it looks very similar to this. It's a squared box instead of a curved box. And it has a little bit of different bottom features, but it's essentially the same kind of a text box. Here it says write something. There, for those who can see it, it says share what's on your mind. Very, very similar right up at the top. Also in guides, if you'll check this one out, you may again have it in that white 3-bar menu or the 3-dot menu under the invite tab. We will now keep these much more updated because they're the only place that you can easily find the Let's Go giveaway links. And again, the couple more down, here we go. Guide 4, Let's Go Car Repair Grant and Let's Go Computer Giveaway Applications. So there's a space here where you can find them since the featured section is so different now here in Facebook. All right, also, so that's your first guide for the Let's Go giveaway application and your fourth guide for the car repair grant and the Let's Go computer giveaway. Your second guide is where you get free access to Let's Go Help 2 if you utilize letsgohelp.com in order to purchase your subscription. You simply click this second link preview in guide 2. That's going to pull that post up for you. Once you've got this post here, all you need to do is click this blue link. It's going to take you right in. It will walk you through some different steps, and it may feel like it's going to ask you to pay for it, but as long as it doesn't ask for your credit card information, when you get to the end, you're going to see free $0, something to that effect. If they do try to charge you every great once in a while, I think Mighty Network shuts off a link that's been generated because they're worried somebody's giving it out inappropriately. They're not. We're just that popular. But if that does happen to you, all you need to do is let us know here in Let's Go Help by creating a post. Or again, always your backup, always option is letsgohelp@gmail.com. If you can't get into Let's Go Help on Facebook, if you can't get into Let's Go Help 2 on Mighty Network, if you're one of our winners, if you're having difficulty and you just can't figure it out, letsgohelp@gmail.com is your always backup option, right? We do the work in Let's Go Help and Let's Go Help 2, but if you're struggling to get into those places, you got to have a way. Your way is letsgohelp@gmail.com. No extra characters, no names, no numbers, just letsgohelp@gmail.com. And so if this does try to charge you, it happens about, I don't know, 1 every 250 to 500 people that try to get in. It's not a common thing, but if it does try to charge you, just let us know. We'll get you a freshly copied link. It's going to look exactly the same, but we go into Let's Go Help 2, into the settings and copy it fresh for you. And that's fixed it every time. All right. Here in Let's Go Help on Facebook, there is some additional information in your guides. You see the guides go on. We've got a little bit stored for you. Facebook is really limiting. We tried to have more stored for you, and it made it impossible to load because of Facebook servers. We put so much information in it, we basically crashed. this area of Facebook. You couldn't access it. So we had to clean it up. To find the other information that we have stored for you here in Facebook, What We Can, is going to be in your files. And this is where you have a link to download your mini route report for your state. When you're in Facebook, or excuse me, when you're in Mighty Networks, Let's Go Help 2, and you go into the Let's Go report, into the 500 mini grant report, this is going to pull it up as a Google Doc. Myself, I prefer it as a Google Doc. If you do not prefer a Google Doc, you prefer it downloaded to your computer, your better choice is to come here into Let's Go Help on Facebook, go into Files, and then pull up your state's document as a post. Once you click this right here, it will download to your computer. All right. The only other area that we really need to cover here in Facebook Let's Go Help are the events. It's up here as a tab once again. It was hidden from us for a while, but you have it back. That's where you can see our events. I don't understand why they won't let me cancel the old setup, but it doesn't let me. So don't worry about that. Just go to the correct settings. I apologize. Facebook is so user unfriendly. And then also your search. So in your search, you see I searched Tommy Hicks last week. Let's see about, who shall we search today? Somebody say your name and we'll search and see what answers you've received. Anybody in our audience that uses Facebook all the time? Tammy, you don't count. You're everywhere, all over. I can't find anything without Tammy.
I'm not even,
Glenn Robertson.
I don't even go to Facebook, so you probably hardly will find me. Only when I get my victories.
Oh, no, I still find you. Glenn Roberts is 2 N's, isn't it, Glenn? There you are.
Yes, please.
Okay, so what this is showing me is that you probably haven't created any posts in Let's Go Help on Facebook. Is that right?
Yeah. I did try to set it up, but it didn't set up right, so I'll have to do it again. I
Okay,
use my
you are a
laptop
member
this
here
time.
because
Yep.
it found your name when it pulled it up like that, right? So you're in. Are you saying you're having trouble with your actual Facebook setup? Is that what you're having difficulty with?
Yep. And it I don't know. I tried to set up a separate page from everything else, and I don't think it took because I got people on there I don't even know, except for one girl. So
let me give you a Facebook tutorial that
okay,
is
that sounds good.
through a .org. Okay, and I'll post it for you. You are in Let's Go Help too, and you're pretty active and comfortable over there comparatively, right?
Yeah, I've been looking. I've been busy all day cleaning, so I had to clean my room up. I got to bring my desk in so I can sit at my desk and do this.
Wonderful. You know, they say it's not the best to have your computer in your bedroom, but I don't have problems sleeping because of my computer. If I'm going to sleep, I'm going to sleep. If I'm not going to sleep, I'm not going to sleep. And it has little to do with that. I hope you find the same thing. Okay, so here we are in the Let's Go training course. I'm going to jump into community questions.
Okay.
And then I'll tag you. And anybody that could use a refresher or heads up in Facebook, if you're uncomfortable using it, you can utilize this tutorial as well. All right. Oh my gosh, my phone is going off. It never usually does in class. Matthew's trying to talk to me. My upstairs neighbor is trying to talk to me. Everything's going on. They're just gonna have to wait. Oh my goodness. All right. I'm not going to notify everybody, but this will send you a notification, Glenn. And anybody that's interested, you just pop into the Let's Go training course. It's in the Let's Go training collection. So just remember Let's Go training, and you get there. Community questions is where the posts are. You arrive on the syllabus page where we store all of that information for you to just go over whenever you want to, topic-based, grouped into units of overall topics and individual topics as lessons, but you want to look in the community questions for posts, or if you do want to talk to us, remember, ask your questions here is really the best place to ask for questions, ask for resources, any of that stuff. You can post here in the Let's Go training course as well, of course, and we will do our best to find all of your questions wherever they are. Now, where were we at? Okay, so we just finished up Facebook's Let's Go Help. Does anybody have any questions about how to utilize Let's Go Help 2 or Let's Go Help? Is anybody not able to get into Let's Go Help on Facebook? Anything along those lines before we go on our break? And you can just shout it out or raise your hand. The raise your hand feature is in your Zoom toolbar, the toolbar that came with class. That's where you'll see your microphone. Should have a red line through it. Say unmute. Go a little further down, and you're going to actually go all the way to the end because they changed it. I don't know if anybody has the reactions tab with a smiley face with a plus sign on its forehead. Does anybody have that? Shout it out if you do.
No.
No? Okay, so that went away.
Sabrina, can you hear me?
I
I
can.
have it.
Okay.
do. Okay.
This is Thelma in Dallas, and I've been in Let's Go Help and Let's Go members, and this is my first training. That thank God you sent me a message to go on this training because I was highly confused, even though it appears to be simple. But anyway,
It does appear that way, but it's not. Don't feel silly. I
okay.
make it look simple because I was here as a lot of it was built, and because I spend 40 or more hours a week in here. All right.
Okay.
So you're not silly. Any of you that feel, oh, wow, now this looks so simple. It is, but that's because you're going to come in and start pushing on the buttons, just like I did. Okay.
Well, I probably have to do this training several more, not several, probably 1 or 2 more times. So I become very fluid with it. And I don't mind because once you stop learning, then, you might as well be 6 feet under. But so I like to learn, and I don't mind refreshing and learning. And I think that's good because then it becomes, natural. But my question was.
And just 1 second, let me pause
go ahead.
for 1 moment. We do also every Tuesday, because this is what we do every Tuesday, go over the basics of Let's Go Help and Let's Go Help 2. And then we follow it with an hour of open-ended questions. So even if you feel really comfortable in Let's Go Help and Let's Go Help 2, that second hour is available for any type of question that you might have. But go ahead with your question for Let's Go Help or Let's Go Help 2.
Okay, and I may have some more later, but okay, so this has been a really good review. Understanding of what's going on for me. And then I also wanted to, because I've had it for a couple of months and never was able to access any of that. And so I'm glad you're saying that you're going to have some more of those training classes and everything like that. But I want to find out for personal, computers, utility, my car get hit again. Totally,
okay, you
somebody
cut out a little
hit
bit.
me.
Hold on, hon.
So I need the car help.
Okay, so you said computers and you cut out. Was it computers right to cars? Because you cut out and we missed some of it.
Yeah, computers, and my car just got hit last week and it's completely totaled, but I'm having problems with the insurance and police report and all that 9. So
okay,
that's
so just in case
so it's
you
not
don't get
even
to stay
drivable
with us through our break, because we'll go on break here in just a few
okay,
moments.
sure.
Well, those are open-end questions, so those are more towards that hour. However, what you want to do first and foremost is make sure you get into those apply for a Let's Go grant collection.
Right.
In each one of those spaces, because there's a computer and a car, plus the open-ended giveaway, meaning $1,000 or $500, however you want to spend it, right?
Right.
And so make sure that you've applied for all of those because they directly apply to your situation, and that's a Let's Go Help 2 kind of a thing. So do make sure of that. And then what I want you to do on your Zoom toolbar, click. You said you don't have the smiley face, so you're looking for the 3-dot more menu.
Okay, let me see. I just put myself. Let me see. 3-dot. Okay, 3 dots.
It should be all the way on the far right side of your Zoom.
Okay, let me look. Well, I see the view bar, but I don't see anything with 3 dots. Let me maximize this.
And if you're on a phone, it can totally be different, and it's a lot harder to use. So
no, I'm on a laptop, but let's see. I honestly don't see 3 dots. I may have to look
so
again.
what mine says is like mute, start video, security, participants, chat, new share, pause, summary, AI companion, annotate, remote control, apps. Then the far right side, it has 3 dots with more underneath it.
Okay, I see apps is the last thing that I see. I don't see anything with more.
Can you slide it over? Maybe it is.
I can attempt to. Let me see.
Hiding that part, because I can't even slide it outside of the screen.
Yeah, this is a HP, so I mean it's about 3 or 4 years old, but yeah. I may have to. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. What's that? No, it's not showing. I may have, that's why I'm saying I don't want to hold up the group or anything like that because I also want to start a business. So that's a whole nother thing. So I
Totally.
need
So
to,
what you need to do is pick
yeah.
one of your three items, right? Computer, car, or business.
Yeah.
And then
computer and
I'm
car
just going to write
first.
your name down. And I'm sorry, I can't. All I see is TH. Let me look at you here. Selma Hall. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. The car situation is like major car and computer, but definitely the car. I can't even drive anywhere up the street.
So what we're going to do is Jimmy Allen has his hand up also. And then Miriam. And you've got to get a question answered about using the platform a little bit. So
Okay.
what we're going to do is let Jimmy go, then Miriam go, and then we'll let you go with your goal so that we give everybody a little bit of a chance.
Okay.
Does that sound good? Are you going to be able to hang out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm going to take my 15-minute break. What we
Okay.
do during that 15-minute break for those like Selma who are new to class, Tammy Larson, our Let's Go Training course volunteer squad leader, she takes over the floor and she leads you guys through a whole different set of helpful instructions. She completely has a different format. It's much more participation based than what we just went through. And she has a lot of fun. You guys get to talk to her. I do want to ask you, like right now, I'm going to go ahead and mute Miriam. And then Selma, since it's going to be you after Jimmy and Miriam, I'm going to go ahead and mute you. And I wonder if I can ask you to raise your hand. I don't think I can do that. Let me just check really quickly to see if that might show you the feature there, but I don't think I can ask you to do that. No, I can't. Okay. So we have it though. I have it written down, so that's not a problem. And then we want to leave ourselves muted, but if we're asking Tammy a question, of course, unmute yourself and you can talk back and forth. Once you're done talking with your question, though, if someone else starts talking about their question, please do go ahead and mute yourself so that we only have 1 to 2 mics open at a time. One person, if there's really not question going back and forth. If there is somebody that's interacting, having 2, because you don't have to just keep muting and unmuting yourself when you're the one actively in the conversation, right? But otherwise, I would like to see all of the microphones muted so that everybody has the most pleasant experience possible, especially those on a phone. It can become almost painful when there are a lot of microphones open. Do go ahead and throw your hand up if you don't already have it up. We usually manage about 7 to 10 hands, so I do have to call it off at a point. You want to make sure to get your question answered. We'll be back at 15 after, wherever you are. That will be 4:15 Pacific, 5:15 Mountain, 6:15 Central, and 7:15 Eastern for our open-ended question session. Please make sure to keep your personal and financial information hidden if you choose to share your desktop and or background. Thank you, everyone, and we'll be back in 15 minutes.
In 15 minutes, we'll be right back. Okay, we got 52 people. Oh, cool, 53 people. All right, we got hands up. All right, I'm gonna go one by one. All right. And just introduce yourself and let me know how long you've been a member and what state are you from and why are you here and join Let's Go Help Too. All right, Jimmy, is it?
Yes. Hi. This is
Hi, how are
actually
you?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. This is actually my first time getting to interact with people, and actually, like, I've been on and off of the Mighty app. Like, I constantly like miss the classes due to me just being busy and kind of lightweight, not paying attention, but paying attention. Sometimes my notifications is like very off, so that's not a helper. But I have been trying to, I guess, participate more and look into everything a little bit more because I have been having a little bit time now. So me seeing this is just like it's a lot to take in, and again, like I I, I kind of work a little bit better like when I have a little bit of hands on. So like if I don't know if it's possible, but is it any way that we could like have just like I guess one-on-one time if that's
Um,
possible?
Tomorrow is we have the partnership and accountability class where Sabrina works with you on your grant hunting journey one-on-one. That's the only are you talking about like one-on-one with the instructor to show you how to apply for these grants or give you some guidance? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's class. If you
Okay.
go to your workshop tab, you'll see the time because we're all in different states. So check your workshop event tab located on the left drop down menu content list. And then what you do is click that and then it'll display all the next, classes, this week, next week, and for the future. And you can RSVP to them if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my main concerns is being able to get a little assistance as far as like understanding a little bit more. I mean, not saying that this isn't helping, but
Yeah, I get what you're
it,
saying. You wanted more like more like what we're doing right here, right now.
yeah,
We used to have classes like that on Wednesdays where the classes used to be a lot longer, a lot longer. So we had a lot of time to you know, during that 8 hour span of time, get to talk to other members during that time at the Zoom calls. So the class has gotten shorter and they eliminated a lot. So
okay.
He's already in the right place.
yeah,
This
this is the base. Yeah, that's my husband. He likes to like chime in sometimes. But this is the basics where Sabrina gives an editorial to everybody. I've been a member for going on 3 years. So I've been to
Okay.
these classes. I know this like platform inside out in my sleep. I don't need to look at it. I just know it only because I made it a part of my life every day. So
Okay.
so you say you turn off your notifications, or the sound, or you just turn them off to mute them because that's you're not going to know if I announce something. So I'm a moderator and I do announce these classes quite every day in the feeds. So and I do give information like Sabrina says. I don't know what state you're from. What state are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio. Okay, cool. Yeah. I love Ohio. All right. So yeah, let's see here. We don't do so have you completed the Let's Go training course yet?
I did. I want to say the introduction, and
Okay.
I kind of deal with a disability, so
Oh,
sometimes
don't worry. I myself I have a learning disability. I was a special ed my whole life, so I understand what you're saying. So when I was a member, when I first started, I literally had to watch Sabrina's videos at least 5 or 6 or 7 times just to understand it. And then I had to do it physically. And then, since I volunteered, that helped me as well. I took it on for myself to learn it. So the only way you're going to be successful is if you do it. And this
oh,
platform is easy and there is a lot of information. It's just you gotta like Sabrina says, just start pushing buttons. You're not gonna blow up the platform in any way, shape, or form. Trust me. I
okay.
tried so many times. It didn't work out. No, I'm kidding. No, no, but yeah, just explore. Just go through each tab and
Mm,
feature and we do also have the archive class
Hello?
recordings.
Oh,
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that was. But yeah, we also have the recorded if you want to see all the past class recordings, that's also good to because like I said, a lot of members from all different states come in and share resources as well. And
okay.
you can what do you call it? Fast speed read or fast speed read, but fast speed.
Somebody call it sight read.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the videos can be long and drawn, so you can,
Everyone take kind of the same.
yeah.
I just had not too long ago to join Let's Go Help on Facebook. Right now it's just pending, but I don't
Okay.
think I've done a couple of things that I should have.
Okay. So, yeah. When Sabrina comes back, you have your hand raised. So, you're just gonna say, "Hey, Sabrina, I need to get approved on Facebook," and then she'll do that for you if you're still pending. If anybody's pending in this Zoom call, I want to put your hand up so you can get approved, so Matthew Lesko can answer those questions.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And then once you get approved, you create a discussion. It's like different, but not, it's different than, Let's Go Help 2. It's just, there's a lot more tabs, and, when you go to Facebook, it's just more easier. You just create a discussion and then you're done, but in this, Let's Go Help 2, it's a little bit more different, a little bit
How
more
do you
time.
put your hand up? Excuse me. How do you put your hand up?
You're going to go down on the toolbar on the bottom.
Top.
Okay, and you're gonna see a reaction button with a little happy smiley face with a little plus on its little forehead on your toolbar.
I just left the whole thing. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, I saw your face and you disappeared. Oh, there you are.
Okay, what? Say it again. The smiley face.
You're gonna go to that smiley face and you're gonna click that, and then you're gonna click.
Oh, amen to you. Amen to
Yeah.
that. Raise your hand. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Does anybody else need to know how to raise their hand? Because that's a really, really important tool, is to get those hands raised, because that's all why we're all in here in class today. So we get our questions answered. Because there's only 2 classes a week. So, there's 54 of us, and I think we all have questions, because I know I don't. But but all you guys sure should have questions, If you don't have a mic, and if you're kind of scared to talk, you can always put something in the chat and just say, hey, I don't have a mic, and then I could raise my hand, or another Let's Go volunteer can do that as well. I don't know if Maureen's here, but she can do that as well, if you kind of are scared and kind of bashful. But time to get out of that comfort zone. When you're applying for these grants, that's something that you're going to have to do, is start talking to people on the phone. So just act like I'm person on the phone. I don't know you and you don't know me, but we're going to get to know each other. So that's good. I'm just as nervous as you are, you guys, because I'm the one that's public speaking. So 55 people, that's not too bad. I've had 160, but but you guys are awesome. You guys are all doing great work. All right, so let's see here. Next person. Who wants a shout out? Because I'm looking at the screen. Let's see here. The next one after Jimmy. I don't want to slaughter people's names. I suck at names, to be honest with you. So Thelma, I don't think I've spoken to you.
Yeah, that's
before.
me. That's
All
me.
right.
And I was kind of, this is my first training, even though I've been with you guys for a couple of months, my very first training, trying to navigate everything. So I appreciate Jimmy, the guy who was before me, his question helped answer one of the questions I had. So thank you for that. And I think that helps us all. Maybe somebody has a question and somebody else has. Anyway, back to, I'm the one that my car got hit. And
All right,
and I don't want to take, I don't want to take,
before
I
you
don't want
go
to take,
on, you're gonna introduce yourself, what state you're from.
oh,
and
I'm
then
sorry.
whenever
I'm
you-
sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
No worries. We
Thelma
all-
Hall, Dallas, Texas. And so,
How long you been a member?
like I said, just about, I've been 2 months, but this is my very
Okay.
first class, my very first
cool.
training, because I didn't know how to get a notice and all that. Anyway, that's another story, but now I'm on track. I've got to hit all the buttons, so I'll do that. But I was telling her my car got hit. I don't know if it's going to help me to send pictures to police report. I need to try to, my car is unfixable, so a grant to fix the car is not going to work. My insurance is, everybody's got a story, but long story short, I need to know what procedure I need to take for that and for a computer, so I can do some work at home since I can't get to work. But where would, again, the best place for me to start? Because I need this ASAP if I can get some help with this.
Okay. You're looking for a car grant? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. My car is totaled
I'm gonna
and
tell
I only
you
had
that
liability.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's like the hardest one to get. Like a lot of members do have issues getting that car grant, because they are difficult. It's not like you can just go out and do this stuff. You have to do a lot of research, and then we do have a couple of successful members that have gotten a car, but we do have the Let's Go car repair grant. I don't know if you applied for that yet. That's something that you
No,
can
I
do.
haven't.
Okay. What you're gonna do is you're going to go apply for that in the Let's Go grant tab. That's
Okay.
located on. Okay, so you're gonna go on your left-hand side.
Is that Let's Go 2?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you're going to go on that drop-down menu content list. All right,
Okay.
and you're gonna go there's, like I said, there's a lot of tabs, so you just want to make
Mhm.
sure that you have them unclicked to get them to drop down the subtitles underneath your categories. So
Okay.
you're gonna have to go to, I think it's Let's Go Grant giveaway, and then you're gonna go to a car repair giveaway, and then you're gonna enter a feed. Okay, a feed is what you enter. Is the group, and then
Okay.
once you get into that group, it's either in the featured section on the top when you get into that feed. It'll say car repair giveaway application. It's like in a sort of Google Doc. You
Okay.
have like normal have like a person with a car or something like that. So you're gonna have to click on a Google Doc. So what you do is you click that if it's in the feature section. Okay, you're gonna click that article, and then in that article, you're gonna see an application for a Google Doc, and then you're just gonna follow the instructions for that application, and that's $500, I believe. So they're raffle grant kind of thing. So they just take it out of a hat, not a hat, but yeah, they just take them, and then yeah, and they get announced. I think there's like 25 or 30 giveaway, 30 people that can win. I'm not quite sure.
Is
I
that
had
all over or just per state?
no, everybody can apply for this. This is a Let's Go grant giveaway. Anybody can apply for this. That's a member.
Okay, yeah, I'm a member.
And that,
Yeah.
yeah, so I think that one expires the 20th of this month, so you might want to get into there and
Yeah.
apply for that one.
Okay.
But if you haven't completed the Let's Go training course, that's something else I would recommend you doing.
Okay.
And that's going to be in the Let's Go training group, okay, and underneath the Let's Go training collection. And then you're going to go in the Let's Go training group, and you're going to go into that feed, and there'll be a syllabus tab. Okay, there's a syllabus tab. You want to click that, and you come automatically like go right to it, so you don't need to click it. So yeah, that's a syllabus tab, and then you just scroll down, and you just start from the top, and you just work your way down to the bottom. You don't have to totally complete it, but I would I would go to the ones that are really important, like the first top section. All the top section is really important. A lot of things that you can know about the community itself, and things that you get from your email, and it just gives you a huge tour, and a lot of useful information.
Okay. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, no problem. Good luck
So
on
I'm
that
gonna
car feed.
put my hand down so somebody else can show. Let me lower my hand. Okay.
Yeah, no, keep it up. Keep it
Oh,
up.
keep it up? Okay.
Yeah, Sabrina's really good at questions and answers and
Okay.
all that good stuff, because she is the instructor. So if I miss something, or like you need more further like visuals, she's the one with the computer. I'm just the one that's on the break, just helping people.
Yeah. Well, that was helpful.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
I'd
All right,
like to tell Thelma something as well about your car. If you have car insurance, full coverage, you can also contact your insurance company. and
Yeah,
they can
think
hear that.
I only had in Texas, you're required to have a minimum liability. It's an older car, like a 2015. So I just had the liability.
Oh,
And somebody hit me. The liability covers if someone else is hurt. And so since I was planning on getting a new car, I didn't have all that other stuff. And so I called the insurance company, and they said there's really nothing they can do for me as far as getting a new car or anything like that. But I got hit in the back. Police department, fire department, EMT came out. Thank God I wasn't hurt badly, just sore. So they really didn't do very much of anything, but they just said you kind of have to deal with it. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, short of renting a car, I want to just use what I have.
All right, guys. So
Yeah.
I'm back. I'm sorry that you're going through that, Selma. That's really unfortunate, and it can really mess somebody's life up that wasn't doing anything wrong, because you had your insurance. It sounds like probably the other party didn't, so it's really unfortunate. When we get to your turn, if you'd like to cover cars, we can definitely do that. All right, Mr. Jimmy, how can I help you today? How can we help you? Jimmy Allen.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so I was trying to just trying to figure out more things as I dig into the Mighty app. I
One
seen
thing,
like
I hear that you're on your phone. Definitely get in there and apply for that Let's Go laptop computer giveaway, because it will really help you to have a laptop on your grant hunting search.
okay. I seen some other things too. This is my first time, so like
Well, what we
I
do right
did
now is, what is your top goal in your grant hunting journey? What do you want more than anything to find as a grant or grant-like opportunity right now?
right now I'm looking for personal grants. I kind of have I have a house that I need to put back together. So
So home
any
repair?
yes,
All right.
yes, a home repair.
Let's definitely go and look into both the Meta and the Monster have home repair information. So we'll go into the Monster, and that is item number 2. So it's right there at the top for you. So we're going to pull up the Google Doc.
And is this on you said this is on your laptop?
This is on my computer. I love desktops. I don't do well with laptops actually myself, but some people prefer them, right? So it's just a huge step over a phone, even over a tablet.
Right.
But this is through Google Docs, and this is through the Monster Grant Report. And you can find that all over in Let's Go Help too now. Oh my goodness, Tammy probably hands it out 50 or more times a day. So let's just go into the daily feed. That's my favorite location, just kind of hang out here. And now I'm going to just type up Monster Grant Report. That'll probably pull it up where I put it because I'm the one that says the S there. That I can't help it. There's more than one grant. It's not one grant, so I have to put grant. But so you see the Monster Grant is in this one. This is actually the Meta, the picture that it's showing. This one's showing the Monster Grant Report picture, but they're both going to be in those answers. And so you're just looking for those reports, and then that's what this looks like here. This is the Monster. This is the Meta Grant Report. And we pulled up from the Monster Report, we pulled up the second item, home repair. And that's going to be another document. Then you want to listen to what Matthew has to say, his ideas, his approach, the words he uses, all those kinds of things. They really, they're unique, and they are what gain people a lot of success. It's things like not using the word grant, having a smile in your voice. And then he has very specific things sometimes about certain topics. So you want to always make sure that you understand what he's thinking. That's this top video. It's going to be in any report that's going to give you his thoughts on that topic, one of his better videos, one of his more favorite videos, because he does multiple videos on all of the topics, right? But this is going to be one that he's picked for this topic. And then you go in, you have additional documents. So I don't hear much age in your voice. I'm guessing you're younger than I am. So I don't think seniors would apply to your situation.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Oh no, I'm definitely not a senior right now.
Right? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So I don't just assume, but I do make guesses, and your tones did not sound super aged. So let's go into this first one actually, and we don't even need to go into it because it's titled, and he's going to be talking about 211.org and findhelp.org. And I absolutely agree with Matthew. Findhelp.org is my favorite of the two as well.
I just started using that. I can't remember what video I was watching, and he kind of went into more detail on certain sites to go to. So I did start using that. I had got maybe like 6 numbers when I had called. I actually start talking to people. So I've been trying to like explain like I have a disability, so it kind of keeps me from doing certain things and being able to actually enjoy myself because I'm always behind bills. So when I ran into his video, I'm like, well, let me check this out. Maybe this can help me. So that's why I'm here now.
All right, let's look at your zip code just to show everybody what you've seen then, if you don't mind sharing your zip code.
It's 44128.
44128?
Yes.
All right. And so you're looking for housing repair. So we'll go to the housing, and then you have maintenance and repairs. If we click that, there are going to be 30 possibilities here for you, okay? Oh. Not all of them are going to apply. Some of them are going to be for seniors or veterans, or if you have your disability registered, some will open up because of that for you as well. right? So you want to, when I was in the first part of our lesson today, if you were here with us, Jimmy, I was talking about how you have to be willing to share your story if you want to have the most success, right? So those are some of the pieces that you want to discuss with the people handing out the funding, right?
Okay.
And so, especially when you're wanting to repair your home, because a lot of times there's extra money set aside for people to repair their home when they have a medical disability. Okay.
Okay.
And so they're all going to be here. You want to go through, pick those that you find the most applicable to your situation. But I am hoping that out of 30, you find more than 6 places to try, right? So now I'm going to grab this link here, and I'm going to come over into our Let's Go training course where we're hosting our class today, and jump into the community questions when it lets me. Plug you in this. And there you are. All right, so I will pop this in here for you. And then I'm also going to, absolutely, I'm going to pop this item number that we began with for you into the same chat, or the same post, excuse me. Let's grab the link for that report so that you can look over additional items.
Okay.
Oops. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to underline them. Okay, so now the underlined bolded area, that is the grant that, or the report that we started with. Okay, then this is the information out of that report that we worked. And then this is the find help. So you will have his report that has other opportunities as well, right? See, it goes all the way down through about here is where, yep, okay. This is all different things that you can go through to check out for home repair. But you have some that you can come in and work right away. Bam, right here, okay?
Right.
Whether you find success or don't, because even if you find success with what we just went through and this link that's from Find Help, okay? Even if you find success there, that doesn't mean there's not more success waiting for you in that report. So even when we find success, though, don't stop on that particular topic. You may be able to find more funding, right?
Right.
All right. So do you feel like you have a good solid step to start working, Jimmy?
I mean, it's a great start. So I got somewhere to start off with. Not saying that I didn't have anywhere to start off.
Absolutely.
It's you know, it's a little easier to be directed sometimes.
I think watching anybody else do just about anything we haven't done ourselves is helpful, right?
Right.
Just gives us at least a familiarity, so we're a little more comfortable approaching it ourselves. Absolutely.
Right.
All right, and thank you so much, Jimmy. I'm going to go ahead and mute you there and lower your hand. And then next we have Miriam. Miriam, are you there at your device? What can we do for you today? I'm pretty sure this is the Miriam that we've worked with before, so you know she knows how to use her. There she is. Hello, how can we help you today, my dear?
Oh, I was just parking and trying to unmute.
Just worry about the parking in the car first. We'll be patient, I promise.
It's okay. No, I put a message in the chat. I told you that I was driving and that I only needed you to add me to the what you were talking about before about the Facebook tutorial.
Okay.
And also because I think I heard something about the wrong Facebook groups, and I think I'm not sure. I think I joined the wrong Facebook group.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna check that later.
Okay.
So when I get home, so if you could put me for now on tag me on that Facebook tutorial, because
this is Miriam Encito, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
yep, I tagged, my dear.
I am on social media every day, and I need to like learn to use it more, because I also need to create videos so I can start a business and everything. But while that happens, I need to get the basics.
Just one second. I have a whole document for those of you that want to go a little bit further with social media, right? Because you said you wanted to create some videos. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, I don't remember if you remember that we talked about, you recommended the business to look for the business SBC, Business Association in my city. so I
Uh-huh.
could get a mentor like you did. And like everybody has told me, when you start to do that, you need to like create your videos so you can put out content and people start getting to know you. And then when you start your business, that's how you can get people
Absolutely.
to know you and content and clients.
Absolutely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this document. Anybody else that would like to use it? There's 2 of them that I can give you guys, actually. This one is for social media influencers, and it does have tutorials and things like that in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one that I have is for how-tos on social media. And so I'll just put that into the comments down here with your name, Miriam. And
Okay.
then you can use it, or Glenn can use it. Anybody can use it that's interested. Now let me go back and get the social. There we go. Okay. And then that way you guys will have the whole kit and caboodle. It's got YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I think those are the main ones that I covered for you. Just 1 second, it's being slow. Okay, now let me try again. Being silly. Google might be having an issue. No, it should go now. Okay. It just goes a little slow. All these Zoom toolbars, they take quite a bit of tool memory, so. Excuse me. All right, now you guys will have both of those here for you. Anybody else wanting to be tagged in the social media how-tos and influencers? Miss Candace?
Could you tag me in, Sabrina, please?
Absolutely. Is
Thank
that
you.
Ann?
Yes.
Tag
Thank you.
Thelma too.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Thank
Ann, would
you.
you mute yourself, and is that feedback? And then who spoke up again? The person
Me
after.
too, please.
Go ahead and put me in there too,
Okay,
Sabrina.
so you guys, if you'll say your names, that is helpful. I'm sorry.
Ethel Grant.
Okay, Miss Ethel. And then the other person that spoke up?
Thelma Hall.
Okay.
Also, could you tag Pam Heath?
Me too.
Okay, hold on, guys. One at a time. A lady spoke up, and she was kind of soft in her syllables and things. I'm not sure who that was. And
Pam
Thelma,
Heath.
Thelma, is it?
Pam Heath.
Pam Heath. Okay, and Thelma, what's your last name?
Hall, Hall.
Okay, and then Pam Heath.
Loretta Ramsey.
Loretta Ramsey.
Urban girl.
Hold on 1 second. Loretta Ramsey. I have to let the names generate, right? And is that 2 T's for Loretta? Loretta Ramsey. Am I getting your name right?
Yes, 2 T's for Loretta.
Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, do you use the one with your picture or the one that's got auto-generated picture? The picture. Okay. And then after Loretta, a couple people, I know Gary, you've tried to speak up a couple of times, but I just know Gary, so we're going to throw Gary Fitzgerald up there. Do you have 2 R's in your name, Gary? Yeah, there you are. Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And then Irving, okay. Who else, folks?
Devin Richards.
Devin. Well, I heard Devin first. Is that a Devon?
IN.
IN. Okay.
Richards.
Oh wow, there's a Pritchard. Not is it? It is Richards. I saw you. Okay.
Tina
All right.
Mitchell.
What was it, Mitchell?
Tina Mitchell.
Tina Mitchell. Okay, and
Thank
that's
you.
Absolutely MITCH.
ELL.
If you could add me to the Facebook group also.
Okay, and this is
Jimmy Allen.
Let me grab you right now, Jimmy.
All right.
And is it Jimmy Allen here on Facebook as well?
I believe it's Jaylee Allen.
And that's Jamie?
Jay Lee Allen.
Hold on. It takes it away from me very quickly. You said Ly after, oh, J. Lee Allen?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay, you're approved. All
Thank
good.
you.
Very welcome. Okay, and then
Could you
what
do
I
that for Devin also?
and that was Devin Mitchell, is that right? Richards, okay.
Devin Richards for Facebook, because I think I was on the wrong page.
Uh-oh, yeah. And you want to report those guys and get out of there. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well,
is
I'm
it just
having
like
trouble getting it to pull up at all.
Oh, that's
Can you,
I have a
can you-
troubleshooting guide. Okay, hold on 2 seconds, folks. Devin Richards, is it spelt the same in Facebook?
Can you add Stephanie
Yes.
Tisdale to the
Post? I think it was Stephanie.
to the social links?
Okay. Here's Devin Richards. I got you approved. And then you'll have to spell your name for me, Stephanie.
No, not to Facebook, to the other
post.
link. Yeah,
Okay. And again, if you'll spell your name, that Stephanie can be spelled a variety of ways there.
STEPHANIE.
S-C. Oh, I must be getting your name wrong. Say your name for me again, because that totally threw me.
Stephanie.
Okay.
STEP.
Okay. I thought I heard S-C-H-E-P. Gotcha. H then.
HANIE.
Uh-huh.
And I think I'm under Tisdale.
You
Right
are
there.
Tisdale. Okay. That's funny. There's a town
Hi,
in
can you-
Canada named Tisdale. Oh, right.
Hello, can you also tag Shayna Johnson, please?
Shayna? Is that how it's
Shayna. It's Shayna, S-H-A-N-A.
S-H-A-N-A.
Yes.
And last name?
Johnson.
There you are.
Thank you.
Okay. Absolutely. A gentleman was speaking of?
yes, Emmanuel Williams,
E-M-A-N-U-E-L?
EMM.
E-M-M. And you said Wilson, is that right? Williams? Williams, gotcha. Okay.
Add them to both.
Say it again.
Add
Just one
both
second. Adam, you said, right?
to both. No, add them to both.
Add them to both. Add who to both?
Add my name. That's
And
me.
your name. And your name is Emmanuel Williams?
Yes,
Okay, so you need to be added to the Facebook Let's Go Help as well.
yes,
And are you Emmanuel Williams on Facebook?
yes.
Okay.
So Sabrina, I have to go. Thank you very much, and you can mute me because I'm going to the store.
Wonderful. Did we get your question answered well there, Miriam? Oh, wait, no, we didn't even get to you, did we? Or did we? Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm
you
off.
were going to tag me in the Facebook tutorials and the
Yes, I have you tagged there,
main contact.
Miriam. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Thank you so much,
I'm
Miriam.
going to the store. You can mute me. Thank you very much. Have a blessed evening.
You as well, my dear. Thank you. All right. That was very nice. It's not letting me mute you for some reason, Miriam. You're going to have to mute yourself. And I'm sorry, who spoke up next?
Constance Davis as well.
Tina Thompson?
Constance Davis.
There we have you. Absolutely. And then probably somebody else was trying to speak up too. That's why I couldn't understand. Go ahead.
Sade Dillard.
And if you'll spell that for me as well.
SHARDA. And can you please approve me for the Facebook group?
I can. Absolutely, you're good. All right.
Thank you.
Very welcome. All right. Does that sounds like maybe a couple other people are wanting their names in here?
Sabrina, good afternoon. Tabitha Barrett.
Tabitha Barrett. And is that traditional spelling? T-A-B-I?
No, T-A-B-E-T-H-A.
There you are. Very good. All right. Okay, so I have Miriam Enciso, Candace Janice, Ann Nicholson, Ethel Grant, Thelma Hall, Pamela Heath, Loretta Ramsey, Gary Fitzgerald II, Irving Gurley, Devin Richards, Tina Mitchell, Stephanie Tisdale Kuntz, Shina, I think is how it's pronounced, Johnson, Emmanuel Williams, Constant Davis, Sharday Dillard, and Tabitha Barrett. Anyone else?
Can you put Patricia Sims, please?
Absolutely. There you are. All right. Anyone else? Last call. Go ahead.
Jacia Greg, Jacia Greg, Greg.
Jacinta Gregoire.
Yes.
Wonderful. Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you.
Very welcome.
Tabitha Turley.
And is that traditional spelling, Tabitha?
Yes, Tabitha Turley.
There you are.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone else?
Can you add Linda Till?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Very welcome. All right, last call. Okay. Very good. Lots of interest there. Excellent. Okay. Now, it is going to be Miss Thelma's turn. Are you still there, Miss Thelma?
I am still here. And you know what? Between you and Tammy, I got a lot of questions answered. There's a lot of people on here, and so I know where to start. I've talked a couple of times, and so I want to give somebody else an opportunity to get a question answered, because as soon as I get off of this call, I'm going to go through the whole thing, start to finish as much as I can. So I appreciate you and Tammy's help, but I'm going to pass it to somebody else to get some help.
Well, that's very nice. Thank you so much, Thelma. And remember, don't put pressure on yourself. Try to have fun. Matthew Lester is absolutely right there, guys. The more fun you have, the more you will easily find time to do more within the community. Okay.
Right. And that's why I've got enough to kind of get started and go through it. And then I'm sure I'll have more questions tomorrow or something like that. So
absolutely.
Yeah. I'm passing the mic.
Thank you so much, Thelma. Let me pull up our participants because I don't have anybody listed after that. And Miss Candace, it is your turn today. How can we help you, my lady?
All right, today I'm actually wanting to look at car insurance.
Car insurance. Okay.
They sent me a renewal.
I don't have a ton on that one. We'll give you what Matthew has in the car report. I don't know if it's really covered or not, though. I'm making no promises.
Okay.
The insurance is hard. I've looked for that several times, and it's hard.
I thought I'd just throw it out there because I didn't know how to find the best price.
And that one is a really good one to ask Matthew. Let me go and pop in to Let's Go Help and just make sure that oh my goodness, my computer is being so slow. There you are. Let me pop in over here really quickly and see. I'm pretty sure he's back over here asking questions. Oh, and I need to delete that. Let's check and see. Here we go. Yes. Okay. So this is where I would recommend you come for that one for sure, Candace. I always recommend that you guys come over and talk to Matthew, but that one is when I am very limited in my information. So we're going to give you the information from the Monster Grant Report and from the Meta Grant Report. There's information for cars in both.
Thank you for your hard work. I just wanted to say that out loud.
Oh my goodness. It is so much fun, you guys. I promise you, just dig in. It's not hard work. It's so much fun once you get to listen to how much fun Tammy has at it, right? Like this stuff, it lends itself to it. It just, once you start really grasping what there really is out there and how readily you can walk through and find the information once you understand how to utilize Matthew's reports and his thinking, and it's tremendous. Okay, so this is the Meta Grants Report.
Well, I just wanted to talk with you about it because I've been calling places and filling out all kinds of stuff because I have no credit report. It makes my rates go higher.
Oh, absolutely. I
did call my bank this morning to ask them if they offer the secure card that I could just start build my credit, and she said they don't. And she said, I would recommend that you call Capital One.
Interesting. Capital One is actually a pretty decent company for a credit card as far as that goes, right? That's not something that we necessarily would recommend here, but they do have some really better programs, and they're a little more dependable, they're a little more real. Also, I have this extension is what it's called on a computer, not an application, right? And so I have the Capital One shopping add to Chrome for free, and they saved me $69 over the weekend on one item with a pair of over-the-ear headphones that I want to get for my radio show. It was $159 or something on Amazon, and they're like, you can save $69 over here. And I went over, and now it's like $89, right? Awesome. Big difference in price. So that is a free thing that they will save you money. It's Capital One shopping extension, and I believe you can get it as an app on your phone as well, but I don't promise it. All right. And so,
I was just looking at the secured credit card where I could just put money in on it and then build my credit that way, because I have no credit.
that's absolutely one of the ways to go about doing that. And you want to get a company that is better than worse, right? So Capital One is a better credit card. But again, for credit, Matthew's always talking about recommending those HUD counselors. Let's see if that's the top thing here.
By the way, speaking of that, I have an appointment this Thursday with the counselor.
Oh, perfect. That's wonderful.
It was yesterday, but she canceled on me. Whatever reason, and
right.
Thursday. So woohoo, I'm getting somewhere. It just might not be as fast as everybody else.
Oh no, there's no competition except with your own self, right?
Right.
Always trying to do more with what you're wanting to, but not about a competition with other people. So here's the link for the appointment that Candace has set up that we were just talking about. If you too would like to talk to a HUD counselor about getting your credit improved, this is where you're going to want to go. All right. Okay, Miss Candace. Thank you very much. I'm sorry that I'm not more help with that. It's a rough one. I definitely always recommend asking Matthew Lesko every question. This one, he might be the only one who can really answer that question with any kind of realism, right? I've looked there. It's a skimpy world for insurance in the grant world out there.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'll do that then. Thank you.
Very welcome. All right, my dear. And she's already got herself muted, and I'm just going to lower your hand there. And
may I step in real quick and tell her about
your turn? Oh, yes, and please do go ahead. It's both your turn and always when you have something to share with a member. I love that. Go for it, Ms. Tabitha.
Hi, I'm Tabitha from Tampa, Florida. I have been on the crew for almost 2 months. I'm new, I'm still trying to figure out everything. I am a single mother, been through domestic violence, still struggling through that. I'm looking for stability and rental assistance. That's my story. But on the building her credit and whatnot, if she goes to a federal credit union, okay, and goes to speak to them and say, hey, I need insurance and I don't have credit, and they will help her with the process to get a card, to build her credit little by little, and also they will help her get into a car.
That is a really good suggestion, Tabitha. I prefer credit unions. I have accounts at 2 credit unions and not a single bank, right? You're spot on.
Well, I didn't mean federal credit. I mean, I didn't mean one particular one, but look them up and do your research on them. And I've been doing that because I am on the look for a new car and my credit's messed up. I've had a repo recently, just a whole bunch of smear campaigns all over the mud, So I'm just trying to restart my life day by day.
Congratulations. It is really excellent advice, and I'm sorry that you're going through all of that, and we are definitely here to support you with that. There is,
Sabrina.
Yes.
This is Ethel. Yes, that is true. The credit unions are good places to start. And one of the things that Matthew talks about too is some of the community banks and stuff like that also help you with matching your monies and stuff like that to
You
start.
do have to be a little bit careful with community banks, though, depending on how large they are. For instance, my community bank at home in Cortez, Colorado, they don't report things to the credit bureaus because they're so small.
Okay.
They don't. So you do have to make sure of that. Otherwise, yes, absolutely. But if they don't report, it doesn't do the same kind of thing, right? That's one of the mistakes I made when I was in my teen years and starting my credit journey. Is I went and I took out a $500 loan at our little local bank, and I got great internal credit, but that was it, right? It didn't count towards my credit score.
Right. And on the credit unions as well, they do secure loans. Whereas, if you want to borrow $100 on your $100 and stuff, it really does help build your credit, because that's how I reestablished my credit after I had went through bankruptcy. So that's another avenue that you can have if you have to go through those things.
My father-in-law did that actually as well to build his credit, and his credit wasn't bad, but he got stellar credit by doing the same thing. He'd actually take out a small loan and put it in an account and then just pay back the loan, and his credit popped up. But that's where you really want to talk to those HUD counselors, because we're not experts at it, though we spend a lot of time in it. The HUD counselors that Matthew Lesko recommends are really the ones that are going to be able to walk you through all of that. But this is all great advice, and none of it is inaccurate. It's all excellent. So, but we are experts, so go talk to an expert for sure. All right,
Sabrina, can I? Oh, this is Thelma again, and I just wanted to share. And I'm not trying to promote anything, but I know for a fact, because it worked for me and several other people. There's two companies I can tell you that can help build your credit with secure, and they report to all three of the bureaus to help you. One is Self, SELF, self.com. Self will help build your credit. And you can get a loan with them and everything, but you can't use the money you put in a savings account. You pay it back, raises your score really fast. And the other one is Kickoff, KIKOFF. I know for a fact both of those work. They help build your credit, and they have several other ways to help you. So look through those. They're not credit unions. I don't represent them, but I know that they work for a fact.
So unless we know they're not like for-profit businesses or whatever, we probably don't generally recommend.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Sorry about, like I said, my first time here. I'm new, so forgive me if I said something out of place.
It's not exactly out of place. It's just that if it's not really low cost or free, it's not generally what we're recommending. So if this is a for-cost service, it's probably one that Matthew would not recommend.
No, right? It's really low, but you guys check it out. But
that would be a great thing to talk to him about, and make sure to share the site so that he can actually see it, because otherwise he's going to have a hard time getting to where you want him to see. So go out and find that site, then go into Let's Go Help on Facebook and share it with him and ask him if he has heard anything about it and if he recommends them or whatever.
Okay, sounds good.
Absolutely. Okay, and so then Ms. Tabitha, what goal would you like to work on today?
I would like to, and also I'm disabled, legally disabled.
Okay.
And my son has autism. I'm going through that, getting him diagnosed and whatnot. So I'm trying to honestly get help with my, any grants for disabled, for rent, or, any personal grants, like, you know what I mean? Like personal grants or rental grants.
Okay, so when we say personal grants, that really isn't going to get you anywhere. You need to have a specific goal in mind. I've grouped a few things into what I call the personal grant. They're like, yes, rent, mortgage, utilities, bills, things like that. But really, you need to have a specific topic. That's how they're going to be the most help to you. If you just say personal, a lot of times they're just going to brush you off their plate because they've got so much to do. You need to have something, whether it's window repair or healthcare or a vehicle or getting a new apartment, whatever it may be for each individual journey, right? You want to have specific goals, not personal. They're not going to, Matthew Lesko is the only person that I know of that's going to give away a grant where you just say, I'm going to spend the money like this. And it doesn't have criteria. You want to have criteria that you need done, right? So what within that kind of a thought process would you be working towards? Like, so you said rent. Should we look for rent?
Scatterbrained, scattered. That's where I'm at right now.
Right?
Huh?
It's a big world, the grant hunting world. It is a big world. So it can scatter your mind a little bit. But what is the most pressing worry or hope, right? Because sometimes we're working on a goal that we have to get taken care of. It's a worry. And sometimes we have a goal that we're working on that's a hope, right? So what's your biggest goal right now?
Rental assistance.
Okay.
Relocation and rental assistance.
Relocation. Okay, let's go
Yes.
into the monster guy. I was going to go to find help, but I believe that there is.
Now, I've had people call me from Find Help today, literally today, and they asked me, you know, do I have Medicaid, Medicare? And I was like, yes. And then, well, the guy that I spoke to prior, he was like, okay, well, I'm going to transfer you to this, you know, to somebody else. And I was like, okay. And then,
when you
he
say they
asked
called
me,
you from 211,
they didn't, it wasn't 211, it was from Find Help, or maybe it was a scammer. I don't know.
I don't really want to answer people. I want to reach out to people because then I know that I can find the correct contact information. They have scams to the level now that I've gotten calls that say on my caller ID, they say my credit union, but they were not my credit union. Okay.
Well, this guy, I just answered the phone just now, like while you guys were on the conference, and he's like, "Oh, I'm here to do whole life insurance, blah blah blah, whatever."
No, I don't think that's a good idea. That's just my
No, but I gave him false information, but then he said some foul things to me, and then hung up the phone.
Yeah, we don't really want to be answering the phone unless we're actively working with someone that we know is going to be calling us. They said, okay, you got a hold of a HUD counselor and now you're working with someone on whatever it is that you're working on. Then they said, okay, I have to get these things in line. I'm going to call you tomorrow. Then that's when we can trust a phone call. Otherwise, phone calls, people reaching out to us are scam artists. Just go with that.
Yes, and since I have my Medicare and Medicaid and all of that stuff, I have been, you know, once you have that, our stuff is put out there, and then we have all those scammers calling us because of the renewal of insurance and, you know, all of that craziness.
I only answer phone calls that I know, right? I don't just answer random.
Right. I have people that call me from other programs, you know, or like the state attorneys, or you know what I mean? Like,
I
so I answer the phone.
Definitely just be very careful though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when we're looking for this rent help, I knew there was one in here. This is out of the MetaGrants report. This is for rent, mortgage, and utilities, and it also is talking about places that help you move. Okay, so it's all in one shebang out of the MetaGrants report.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Hello.
Hi.
And it was Tabitha. I'm sorry. What was your
Charlie?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now you have all of that information there for you. And
Now I did go down the rabbit hole of trying to go like to Tampa, Florida, the grants off of whatever, but they only give it to like I read it all this morning, and they give it to like nonprofits or, you know, the
but that just means
government.
the site that you went to wasn't the best site for what you're trying. You
Okay.
when you say that we've gone to places, we want to go and look for another place. And we also, if they turn us down, we want to ask them, well, do you know of anyone that does have opportunity for someone with those circumstances? Right? So
Yes.
Don't get discouraged. There's almost always more than one place. There's almost always
Right.
more than 3 places. Okay. So you want to come back to a Let's Go report then, or go back to Find Help, or go back to bard.com. All right. So this is all of that basic information. What I would recommend is getting a HUD counselor for you right now, because you are kind of scattered. You don't have necessarily a clear focus. They can help you to move. They can help you to get lower cost housing. They could help you start looking to be a homeowner, possibly, if that's something that
I am currently on Section 8.
Okay, and they can help you to move. There's the housing choice vouchers or something in some states where they start helping you move towards owning a home, right? So having a head counselor, no matter where you're at, is almost always a good idea. So let's go and look for a head counselor for you so that they can help you get a more clear and actualized path, so you're not so scattered.
And help me, yeah, and guide me. Because I do need some guidance for, right now I have a lot going on, just all in all.
So let's go ahead and do that. And then also, there are other types of counselors out there, and we have that all posted throughout the Let's Go training course. So just go in there onto that syllabus page and start looking to see what kind of help you might look to get, whether it's to get a business, or if you need somebody for mental health, or if you need medical, whatever it is, go through and start looking for the other topics as well, but we'll get you started with this head counselor. So do you mind sharing your zip code? We'll type that in.
33634.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, say that again.
33634.
Sorry, my daughter was asking me a question. And we're going to leave it as distance all, simply because one time that cut out our search. So we're just going to leave all. And then it sounds like you're not bringing your mortgage current, but you might be interested in buying a home, right? Okay. You're not really looking for home improvement or repair. You're not, at this moment, you have steady shelter that is under your name, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not under homeless services, because there can be a lot of situations that we might not think of that qualify as homeless, and that can increase the opportunities out there for us, right? Like if we're living with family or friends or something. Okay, and so it sounds like managing or budgeting your finances would be a good thing for you to look at.
Yes.
And then also rental housing services, right?
Yes.
All right, and probably not reverse mortgage or your fair housing right file complaint, right?
Right.
Okay, so you have three things: buying a home, managing budgeting finances, and rental housing services. We're not going to put in an agency name. Do you prefer face-to-face, group, internet, phone, or video?
Face-to-face or phone.
Phone?
Yeah.
Whichever.
What do you think is easiest? Like,
well, do you like to go places and sit down and talk to people, or do you want?
Yes, I have a disability to where like I have, just like Mr. Jimmy there was saying, like we learn by hands-on and experience.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
If you're comfortable going to a place and that's your better learning, I would recommend trying face-to-face counseling.
Okay. No, you can't have this. This goes for your sticks.
And English.
We got to have it for tomorrow morning.
Is that right?
English, yes.
And then we're going to hit search. Excuse me, my allergies, guys. Okay, so it looks like you have a decent little bit here, right? There's, oh goodness, going to be over 10. Looks like, oh goodness, 1 of 10 out of 71. There are 8 pages of places that you can go through trying out different people till you find the one that's really working well for you. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of options.
My screen was small, so I was trying to get it to go up, and it just went up while you found the 71. I was like, oh my God.
That's awesome. Well, now you can find that as well by clicking this link. It's going to save that search for you that we just built. HUD.gov will allow me to share the search that we just built. So
Thank
now
you
you
so
can go
much.
in. Absolutely. Oh, and you know what? I wanted to put in there. Did I already put that out? Yes. Okay. So the one underneath it has all of Matthew Lesko's information that's going to help you along that same line. So you definitely want to go in and use that as well. Remember, this has got that relocation assistance specifically. That's the one that I might even start with if I were in your shoes. You got to determine what will work best for you, though. Absolutely. And now you have not too much. You don't have to worry about all 71 of those. Just go in and know that if the first 1 or 2 or 3 don't work, you're not limited in choices, but you don't have to try them all. Okay. You just want to work until you find that counselor that you can talk to, that understands you, that's helpful, that makes you feel comfortable to work with, because you have 71 different offices to look for a counselor. So that's good, but don't let it overwhelm you, because you don't need to go to everyone. Just find the
Yeah.
one that works for you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to worry
Thank you
about it.
so much.
Or if even though they work for you, you're not getting to a successful conclusion, then you can go back to your list, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, Miss Tabitha. So you feel like you have a good forward path, right?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Absolutely.
You're a blessing. And
I
I'm
really appreciate you guys just as much. I learned so much from interacting with you. I only know about this because Matthew Lesko brought us all together in the first place, right?
Mhm.
We're all in here learning together. It's a wonderful, non-judgmental environment, because every single one of us knows there is something that we're all doing that we don't know about, right? So
Yes.
it's very welcoming. So thank you as well, Thomas. I appreciate it. All right, my dear, I'm going to go ahead and mute you there and then lower your hand. And it is time for us to close down class today, guys. So I'm sorry, it looks like we did get to talk to Jimmy, and we got to talk to, oh, that's different. I'm thinking Constance Candace. No, it looks like a few people. Tabitha Barrett, Sarah Rodriguez, Constance Davis, Sharday, Dillard Gordon, and Pinky Johnson. I'm so sorry that we weren't able to work together today. Hopefully you're able to attend class tomorrow. Class is open participation all day tomorrow, right? Today we do an hour worth of lecture, getting the Let's Go Help and Let's Go Help 2 basics out there. Tomorrow is 2 solid hours of open participation. So I hope you'll be able to join us tomorrow.
Well, I actually had the exact same request as she did. So if you could just tag me in that thread, that'll solve my issue
And
with
that
the
was
housing.
Allison, is that right? So
Yes, ma'am. With
now
housing.
remember, the HUD counseling, you're going to need to do your own search, because that's specifically for her area of Florida, right?
Okay.
And so I'll put a different link in there for you for that. And so it was
Time tomorrow.
Say it again.
What time tomorrow?
Tomorrow, I'll walk through all of that for you in 2 seconds. Let me get this up for Sharday. And then what I'm going to do up here, Sharday, is I'm going to put the actual HUD counseling link so that you can go through that search yourself. And what you do is you take this link I'm sending you, and you want to get in here. This will be in a lighter blue, like these are down here that I haven't clicked today. This housing counseling agency, you click that. It's going to tell you you're leaving their site, but you're still going to a different HUD Gov. So don't worry about it. Just click OK. Then you type in your zip code and walk through that process that we did with Tabitha.
Can you send that to me too, Devin? Devin Richards, can you send me that link?
Sure, and then I will add Devin. And that was D-E-V-I-N.
Correct, Richards with an S.
Yeah, please send it to Thelma Hall as well.
What time is class tomorrow? Does anybody know?
Yes, it's going to be at, if you'll just give me a second, let me just make sure there's nobody here, and we'll walk through the whole thing, because there's 4 time zones, so I have to say it all, so it takes a minute. Anybody else to be tagged in the post for the HUD counselor? Okay. Now, we'll do our normal close down thing, and I always give you the time there. So when we go, tomorrow's class is our participation-based class. It's our Let's Go Help Partnership and Accountability class. That starts at 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Central, and 7 p.m. Eastern. It's another 2-hour class, and the whole class we do just like what we did for this last hour, where we walk through goals for each member that raises their hand and walk through as many as we can. All right, it's a little bit of a new format, so it is taking everybody just a little bit longer. It will get smoother, and we'll start seeing a little bit more interaction, getting a few more hands taken out. But we do have a 2-hour time limit, so we want to keep that in mind when we're working through. One of the things that we need to do to continue to improve our smooth aspect here in class is have that goal ready to go, right? And don't worry, we always have newcomers. We're always going to be working on smoothing out the format. So anybody that didn't come prepared today, don't worry about it. This is a brand new format, and you might be brand new. So always we repeat those kinds of pieces so that new people understand as well. That is what helps continue to build that smoothness. But since we've only been doing this format for about 2 weeks, it is a little bit bumpy still, and we're still all working it out together. So bear with us. I think it's a really great new format. I really think it's actually going to be much more beneficial to everyone. And I really feel like it shows you how truly simple it is in almost all cases to go out there and utilize the materials and resources that we provide for you here in the Let's Go Help community, and go and find something that you can contact or apply to that day. It can be done. We just have to learn how to do it. And that's what we do, especially in our Wednesday classes, but yes, for that last hour of our Tuesday classes now too. So tomorrow, Wednesday, Let's Go Help Partnership and Accountability Group Session, 4:00 p.m. Pacific, 5:00 p.m. Mountain, 6:00 p.m. Central, and 7:00 p.m. Eastern. All right, everybody, have a great night. Hope to see you there. Bye, guys.
Bye, you guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye. God bless you.
Bye. Good night.
Good
Good
evening, everybody.
Have a wonderful
Thanks,
night.
guys. It was a nice community.
Good night, everyone.
Hey,
Night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. God bless you, Sabrina.